Warrior, welcome. I want to tell you about a great new study that was music to my ears, and I want to share it with you. And that is parents are losing trust in AI as schools ramp up usage. Parents are losing trust. This is a poll by a company called PDK, and it found that parents are not comfortable with AI software, artificial intelligence, getting personal information about their children, such as grades, and that Americans overall frown upon AI usage in the classrooms. This is very important because there's a tremendous push right now to put AI in all of our classrooms from K through 12 across America. I can't really figure it out because you know what? Unfortunately, 2025, most of our kids cannot read and write. They are not up to grade level. So why are we dumping this all of a sudden on them? We need them to get back to reading, writing, and arithmetic. I think you'll agree with me. We need to have them hold a pencil, pen. We need to have take out that notebook. We need to go back to the old ways. We need to build up creative thinking, critical analysis, right? We need all of that to empower our kids, our future adults, our future American leaders. Let me tell you about this study, though. This is being considered with many educators, and not just from this study. This study just came out, but from just all of the work we do at the Warriors, statewide, on the federal level, the schools around the country, all of our focus groups with educators, kids, that this is the year that's going to be the AI reckoning. Nobody really knows where it's going to fall, what's going to happen, but this PDK poll found that almost 70% of parents do not want their students' grades put into any kind of AI. Now, AI lesson plans have fallen from 62% last year, okay, for teachers using AI lesson plans, from 62% to 49%, so it's dropping, okay? In 2024, 64% of parents supported AI for students practicing standardized testing, and 65% supported the usage for tutoring, but these numbers have dropped. And we're not even done with 2025, but so far dropped to 54% and 60% respectively. So what does this tell us with all these numbers? It tells us we as a society, I don't know how you feel, I feel like in the last year, so much AI, it's speeding up, it's dumped on us no matter what we do, it's online, it's on our social media platforms, it's on anything we research, it's on the Zooms, everything's a bot, it's just being thrown. And we know history with the internet, although it's wonderful and I don't want to get rid of it, neither do you. We live in a digital world. We're not going back, right? None of us want to. We want to leverage it for good. We want guardrails. We want to talk about it because we didn't do a good job protecting kids so far in about 30 years, since about 1996 when the internet is thought to really be born. So we know from that experience we need to use it. Now we have this runaway train called AI. There is a lot of good to AI. For instance, programs that can root out predators at an enormous speed that would take next to no man or woman power, right? So that's a tremendous thing to find out where these URLs are, and to do all of that kind of work that law enforcement needs. So let's give them those tools to help cut down on these predation and catch these criminals. We know about healthcare, we know about the oil business, we know in general, for general things, it is very good. It will help with research. You got to be careful. Check your research. If you look up anything, where does that research come from? What is the ideology, or what is the vibe? What is it saying? So we have a lot, but right now we're focused on the kids. But people saw a very little bit. Remember they launched on us ChatGPT and everybody loved it. It was just like there one day, in my opinion. And the media was covering it. Everybody was loving it. I use it sometimes to actually, instead of Google, like to ask it a question. Sometimes I put in, is this the correct grammar? Things like that. Kids are using it left and right. Teachers are telling me, this fourth grader didn't write this assignment, this essay. So I think while schools are barreling ahead in 2025, schools just started 2 weeks ago in places like Florida, Texas, here in New York, we're starting in a couple of days. Many had originally banned AI platforms, such as ChatGPT in the classrooms. But now the education system is putting teachers in training programs to learn about the technology. Listen, We also have our First Lady announce the presidential challenge, AI challenge, to prepare our next generation with a base understanding of this important new technology. I still want to understand how it's going to be rolled out to the kids and the teachers. You can't just educate parents. You can't just educate educators and kids. You have to educate parents. What is going on here? Nobody has a clear picture about that one. So be on the, keep your eyes and ears open. If you have school-age children, if you're a grandparent, recommend this to your son, daughter, whatever the case may be. But also, take that initiative in 2025. We cannot sit back. Be a part of your child's class. I don't care if they're in high school, college, talk to your kids. Okay, be that class parent. Get some other parents together. Go to the school. Because the educators I'm asking seem to say to me, we don't really know what's going on yet. And here we are in the beginning of a school year. When we don't know what's going on, that's when chaos ensues. So go, very respectfully go to the schools and ask, hey, what is your program with artificial intelligence? How will this affect my child or children? What can we expect? Show us the curriculum. Start there and start at the beginning of the school year so you don't lose a moment in time. And I end with this. And always, no matter what, talk to your kids. They're smart, they're savvy, they're seeing and hearing things. Kids probably shouldn't be seeing and hearing. When I say kids, I mean from every age range, kindergarten age appropriate through college, okay? Talk to them. They want us to listen to them because they tell me that. And let's learn from them what's happening. And let us be the community that creates change. Stay in your lane, stand guard, get ready. And when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.